Good day, everyone. I'm Teacher Liza, and I will be your live streaming teacher for TLE 6 for today. Today, we will be discussing the steps of drafting a pattern for household linens. Our code is TLE6 HE-0D-8. At the end of the session, you should be able to, number 1, draft the pattern of the chosen project. 2, lay a pattern and cut the fabric. And 3, follow safety precautions. Let us open and study the content of our modules. Join me in discovering the things a child like you should know. Yes, that's you. Smile nga dyan. We have a very interesting lesson in this module. But before we start, let us find out what you have learned in the previous lesson. Looking back, directions. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Type your answer in the comment box. Number 1. Your parents told you to buy a fabric for making a bed sheet. What kind of fabric you are going to buy? A, cotton. B, silk. C, synthetic. Or D, wool. Your 5 seconds timer starts now. The answer is letter B, wool. Number 2. Mother bought you a blouse made of cotton. What do you think is the reason why she bought it? A, it is expensive. B, it is suitable for cold season. C, it is durable and absorbent. D, it is thick and slightly rough. Your 5 seconds timer starts now. The answer is letter C. It is durable and absorbent. Number 3. Your TLE teacher told the class to make a throw pillowcase. What kind of fabric is the best to use? A, linen. B, silk. C, synthetic. Or D, wool. Your 5 seconds timer starts now. The answer is letter A, linen. Number 4. It is a document used to guide project cost, execution, and control. What do you call this formal document? A, action management. B, project momentum. C, project action. Or D, project plan. Your 5 seconds timer starts now. The answer is letter B, project plan. Number 5. The TLE students of Miss Cruz follow the given guidelines of the project plan. What is the importance of this? A, to make their project good. B, to make their project durable. C, to make their project beautiful. Or D, to make their project accurate and finish it on time. Your 5 seconds timer starts now. The answer is letter B, to make their project accurate and finish it on time. Job well done, children. We are now in our first reading, week 4 of our TLE 6. After you have learned how to make a project plan for household linen, the next necessary thing to know is the pattern, drafting, and cutting of fabric for household linens. Let us watch this video presentation.
I am Teacher Nanette. Today, I will teach you how to sew a two-tone pillowcase. But before we proceed, I would like to recognize all the parents or guardians watching this video lesson. Thank you so much for supporting your child. You play an important role in the success of this sewing activity. Let's begin! Step number 1. Prepare all the following needed materials. 1 body fabric with 27 inches wide and 44 inches long. Trim piece with 9 inches wide and 44 inches long. Scissors, needles, pins, tape measure, and tailor's chalk. Oops! Mag-ingat sa paggamit ng gunting, karayom at aspile. Ang mga ito ay maaring makasugat kapag hindi tama ang inyong paggamit. Maaring manghingi ng tulong sa mga magulang. Hinihikayat din ang paggamit ng mga recycled na tela upang ang mga ito ay maging muling kapaki-pakinabang. Step number 2. Lay out the fabric for your pillowcase. Place the 9 inches strip piece or the coordinating fabric pretty side up. On the top, place the 27 inches main fabric pretty side down, aligning top row edges. Kailangan pantay ang dulo ng dalawang magkaibang tela. Kung inyong nasundan ang step number 2, gayahin ang batang inyong nakikita. Gawin ang 2 thumbs up na may kasamang ngiti. Step number 3. Roll up the fabric. Take the bottom of the 27 inches main fabric and start creating a little roll like sushi. Kung hindi kilala ang sushi, isipin ang meriendang turon. Gawin itong pabilog sa pamamagitan ng pag-ikot ng tela hanggang umabot sa gitna ng maliit na tela. Kumusta ang paggawa ng little sushi o turon? Madali lang ba? Kung inyong nasundan, sundin ang batang nasa larawan. Mag 2 thumbs up ng may kasamang ngiti. Step number 4. Fold and pin the bottom of the fabric. Align the row edges and pin it together. Kailangan nasa gitna ng maliit na tela ang sushi o turon. Step number 5. Sew along the row edges. After pinning the entire row, start sewing it. Make a seam allowance of 1/2 inch. Gamitin ang tape measure sa pagsukat ng kalahating pulgada. Ito ay ating magiging tanda sa pagsisimula ng ating pagtatahi. Muli pong paalala sa mga magulang, gabayan po ang ating mga anak habang sila po ay nagtatahi. Step number 6. Unroll the sushi. Hilain ang sushi o turon palabas kagaya sa inyong nakikita. Ayusin ang bawat dulo upang maging pantay-pantay. Hagurin ang mga tela upang mabawasan ang mga lukot. Step number 7. Side and bottom seams. Fold the pillowcase half wrong sides together. Pin around the raw edges on the side and bottom of the pillowcase. Mag-ingat sa paggamit ng aspili. Siguraduhing pantay ang bawat dulo. Gumamit ng tailor's chalk sa pagmarka ng 1/4 na pulgada bilang tanda sa ating pagtatahi. Hinihikayat din ang paggamit ng sinulid na kakulay ng tela na ating ginamit upang lalong mas maganda ang ating gawa. Kung inyong nasundan ang step number 7, gayahin ang batang inyong nakikita, mag-thumbs up nang may kasamang ngiti. Step number 8. Final side and bottom seams. Flip the pillowcase wrong side out and press the bottom seams. Ayusin ang mga sulok, ipantay ang mga dulo, hagurin ang tela upang mabawasan ang lukot. Lagyan ng aspili ang gilid at ibaba ng tela. Markahan ng kalahating pulgada gamit ang tailor's chalk bago tahiin. Hinihikayat po ang paggamit ng sinulid na kakulay ng tela upang ito ay lalong maging maganda. Siguraduhing maayos ang pagkakatahi upang maging presentable ito. Ang ating dedikasyon sa paggawa ng maayos at matibay na pillowcase ay magiging daan sa inyong tagumpay. Kagaya sa unang nabanggit, ito ay maaring maging daan sa ating kumikitang kabuhayan. Kumusta ang iyong karanasan sa pagtatahi? Ikaw ba ay natuwa o nalungkot? Inaasahan ko na iyong nasundan ang lahat ng mga hakbang sa pagtatahi ng two-tone pillowcase. Kung hindi naman, maaaring magpatulong sa mga magulang. Maaari ko bang marinig ang inyong palakpak? Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Para sa gabay na makakatulong upang mabigyan ng tamang puntos ang inyong two-tone pillowcase, Sa tulong ng mga magulang, narito po ang aking inihandang pamantayan.
Did you enjoy the video lesson? Let us try to discuss what was shown in the video. Have you noticed that the teacher used a pattern in making her pillowcase? So, what is the importance of a pattern? Drafting a pattern is important in sewing projects. Why? Because pattern drafting is the process of creating a pattern or guide by taking the measurement of a person, form, or model in order to create a foundation which is used as the basis of the design. Household linens are items made of cloth such as tablecloths, sheets, and pillowcases that are used at home. The test of your abilities and skills are best shown on how you can create or produce something based on the knowledge you acquired. To be able to create one pattern, it must be drafted first. They will make your work much easier and will help you to save your time and energy. Patterns for tablecloth comes in different shapes, such as rectangle, square, round, or oval. Steps in drafting a square or rectangle tablecloth. First, measure the square or rectangle tabletop to determine the approximate size of the cloth needed. Second, get the length and width of the tabletop at approximately 18 to 24 inches, depending upon how much fabric you want to overhang the edge of the table. Children, for your information, European sham glamour is a kind of household linen. It is a pillow with a fabric border. Here are the steps in drafting the pattern. Front, for the length of the pillow is plus 5 inches. For the width of the pillow is plus 10 inches. Please refer to the illustration. Back, for the length of the pillow is plus 10 inches. And for the width of the pillow is plus 5 inches. Please refer to the illustration. Let us see how much knowledge you have gained in our lesson. For our first activity, are you familiar with the game show Celebrity Bluff? I'm sure you are. In our activity, you will use the words fact or bluff in answering. Type your answer in the comment box. Number 1. The first step in drafting a pattern is to start with a sketch into the desired size. Is it a fact or a bluff? The answer is fact. Number 2. Drafting or pattern drafting is a process of creating a pattern by taking measurement from a person. Is it a fact or a bluff? The answer is fact. Number 3. We take good care of our shears and scissors by applying some oil on it occasionally. Is it a fact or a bluff? The answer is fact. Number 4. After using the dressmaker's pins, she put the pins and needles that are not in use on a piece of cloth? Is it a fact or a bluff? The answer is bluff. After using the dressmaker's pins, she put the pins and needles that are not in use on a pin cashier. Number 5. The meter stick is a tool or material used to take the measurement of a tablecloth. Is it a fact or a bluff? The answer is fact. Good job, children! For our next activity, directions, arrange the given steps on how to draw pattern for a pillowcase. Type your answers or type numbers 1 to 5 on the comment box. Add 5 8-inch seam allowances along the 3 sides of the pattern and 2 inches on the opening. Cut the pattern. Measure your pillow at home. Get the length and width. Extend lines to form a rectangle. On your pattern paper, draw a vertical line which is the width measurement and a horizontal line which is the length measurement. Your 25 seconds timer starts now. The answers are 4, 5, 1, 2, and 3. Well done, children! For our last activity, type letter D in the comment box if the practice is desirable and UD if undesirable. Number 1. Talk with your classmates while using the sewing machine. Your 5 seconds timer starts now. The answer is UD, undesirable. Number 2. Make your own pillowcase instead of buying one. Your 5 seconds timer starts now. The answer is D, desirable. Number 3. Use your teeth to cut the thread when sewing. Your 5 seconds timer starts now. The answer is UD, undesirable. Number 4. Plan the project and materials needed. Your 5 seconds timer starts now. The answer is D, desirable. Number 5. Place the needles and pins in the pin cushion after using. Your 5 seconds timer starts now. The answer is D, undesirable. Always remember, in order to ensure that the project will come out properly, the following procedures must be mastered. Folding the fabric correctly, laying the fabric or laying the pattern on the fabric, cutting the fabric, and transferring sewing lines. We will now proceed with our question and answer portion. Our first question is from Pasolo Elementary School, a boy named Raymond. What is it important that the thread is with the same color of the cloth in sewing? Thank you, Raymond, for your question. It is important that the threads should have the same color of the fabric used in sewing because almost all print fabric has one color that is predominant. That the background color is the color that you want to match when you choose the fabric. Even if the back side of the fabric is white and all of your stitching will be inside the item, you want the thread to match the right side of the fabric, just in case the thread was shown on the outside of the garment. I am hoping that I clearly answered your question, Raymond. Thank you. Here's another question from Isla Elementary School, a girl named Hannah. What will I use to easily place the thread into the hole of the needle? A very smart question, Hannah. If you do a lot of sewing by hand, you are going to love this. Using a needle threader. I love learning faster and easier when to get things done. And this was definitely one of them. Hannah. Okay. This is the actual needle threader that you can use for easy and faster way to place the needle into the hole of the needle. It is desirable, Hannah, and unhealthy to wet the thread with your saliva when placing the thread into the hole of the needle. Alright? I know there's a lot of questions in your mind that you want to ask. Your TLE teacher will answer those questions during your follow-up discussions. So, don't miss your class. For your homework, you may answer post-test pages 20 to 21 on your self-learning modules with the guidance of your teachers, parents, or guardians. And for your output, make your own pillowcase using any available fabric at home. Follow the procedures that you have learned. This will be checked by your subject teachers. Acknowledgement to the following: development team, writers, editors, illustrators, content validators, and to the team or to the team management. Special thanks to moderator Mr. Chris Jehan M. Calixin, IT coordinator Mr. Mark Joseph Chan Soto, and to the video lesson of Mrs. Nanette Ilustre. I am very glad because you have completed our activities. Again, I am Teacher Liza, your live streaming teacher in Technology and Livelihood Education 6. Whatever the situation, education must continue. Stay safe. Goodbye.